Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, so it's time for another quick tip. I've seen a lot of conversations going on in our new Facebook group about starting seeds and about grow lights. Now, first of all, if you didn't know we had a Facebook group, well, as of just a couple of days ago, we do. And I think we've already got close to 1,000 members already, and the conversations going on over there are wonderful. So if you haven't joined, I'll put a link down below. You can search Next Level Gardeners, and it's gardeners instead of gardening, because this group is all about you and your gardens. So it's a great place to talk with others, to share tips, to ask questions, and to show off your garden. But I wanted to focus this quick tip on grow lights because there's a lot of mystery out there. There's a lot of, people swearing by one thing or hating one thing. And we're in my garage today because I've got my setup ready to go. I've actually got the sweet potatoes in here and one tray of seeds. And I have it all turned off right now, and I'll show you in a minute. But there's 3 different types of grow lights that you can get. Now, I'm going to start off with the least expensive, and I'll tell you what it's good for. And I'll work my way up to the most expensive and give you the pros and cons. So, cheapest one is a CFL bulb and just one of these little lights to screw it in and hang it above. Now, before we get into any of this, when you're working with something of this size, or this size, there's some numbers you need to know, and they're going to be written on the box or online, wherever you're looking, and that is lumens and Kelvin. Now, lumens is pretty much just how bright a light is, the intensity of the light. And you want between 1,500 and 2,000 lumens on your light. So look on the box or online and make sure it has that. The next number is the Kelvin, and that is the temperature of the light, how cool or warm the temperature of the color of the light is, not how much heat it puts off. But you want something that mimics the color temperature of the sun. And so that's going to be a Kelvin of 4,500 to 6,500. So those are the 2. And it doesn't matter what kind of light you get, if it has those numbers, you're good to go. Now, I will link all of these down below so you know what I've used in the past and what works. So this is the least expensive way. Now, the downfall of this is with either this kind or this kind, where you've got the fluorescent tubes. They don't put off enough, even though they have the right lumens and Kelvin, they don't put enough off to have the plant very far away from that light source. So when you are using one of these, it only is going to be able to light up an area or to grow an area just barely bigger than what it is. So like dinner plate size. So if you've only got a few seedlings at a time, this might work for you. So the pros are it's very inexpensive. You might even have it already. The cons, you're limited on how much you can actually grow unless you have a bunch of these. Okay, now with something like this, let me plug it in. Okay, these are tubes. Now you can have fluorescent tubes, or these are actually LED. And same thing, you're looking for the Kelvin and the lumens to be the numbers I gave you. And with this and with this, you are going to need to keep the actual light bulb no more than 2 to 3 inches at the very most above the leaves of the seedlings. And so if you've got a bunch of different seedlings and they're different heights, you're going to have to put bricks or books or something underneath to keep them all within 2 to 3 inches of the light source. And again, this only lights a very narrow strip of seedlings. So what's that, 6 inches? So maybe an 8-inch wide tray is all that's going to light. But you could have a couple, and that might be fine for you. That's what I've used. Actually, before last year, that's all I've ever used. With something like this, you can hang it from the ceiling. That's what I always did. And until I found out about this handy little trick here. All it is a gallon water bottle filled with sand, a PVC pipe crammed down into it, and then the hook that comes with the light hood just hooks right onto the top of that PVC. It's a really simple way to hang it without having to set up some contraption on the ceiling. And actually, if you're using this kind, this one doesn't have a clip, but if it has a clip, you can just use one of these bottles and clip it right to it. And then you can raise it up and down for your, however tall your seedlings are. So that would be your moderate priced grow light. Now, if you want to swing for the fences, and you're going to grow a lot and would have to have a bunch of these, it would make sense probably to go up to something like this. Now, this is the Mars Hydro. I did a video on it in the past. I'm going to light it up right now, and you can see the difference in the strength of the light. Ready? So, I mean, I don't even know if the camera shows that, but there's no comparison, right? And so you can have this almost a foot or two above the plants. And it goes out wide and covers almost twice the amount of space of the measurements of this hood. So this is super powerful, and it's going to let you grow a lot more things. And there's different price ones of these. This is a moderately priced one. I'll put the link down below to Amazon as well. So that's really the only difference. There's no mystery or magic to it. You're looking for, on this or this, those numbers that I gave you of Kelvin and lumens. And this, you don't have to worry about numbers. It's as powerful as you will ever need. In fact, this has a dimmer on it to turn it down if you need to. So that's it. That's your quick tip for Tuesday. Again, head over to Facebook if you're on Facebook and join our new group, Next Level Gardeners. I'll see you over there.